Welcome to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people, demystifying myths, highlighting facts, and monitoring trends in yoga. The last episode, we had a special guest, Douglas Stewart, who helped us clarify some of the myths floating around about yoga. This time we have another special guest, Ambyr D'Amato. Ambyr, I hope I got your name right.
Yes.
Ambyr is going to introduce herself in a few moments, but first of all, I'll introduce our participants. Heloisa to my left, extreme left, Judy, Ambyr right here, and that's me, Banu Suresh. This is Margery, and that's Amy right there. Ambyr, would you please tell us a little bit about yourself before we proceed with other myths that are floating around?
Sure. My name is Ambyr D'Amato. I'm a yoga teacher. I registered with the Yoga Alliance. I've been teaching for about 5 years, and I'm also a musician, singer-songwriter.
Wow. It's fantastic. Thank you, Ambyr. That was really refreshing to hear that you're into music as well, so I think you totally are in sync with what we are going to be doing here today.
Great.
The last time we discussed 3 myths, and Amy, Margery, and Judy would remember. In fact, we discussed 4. One of them Amy helped answer. Yoga is for women only was the first one, and Douglas explained, our guest from last time explained, that it's not necessarily for women only, but we do learn to identify our feminine side. This is to put it briefly. Douglas has a beautiful way of saying it. This is my condensed version. The other one was practicing yoga helps to lose weight. Again, the answer is yes and no. It helps to monitor body weight. That was the consensus. Number 3, that practicing yoga means sacrificing fun foods. Again, the answer is yes and no. You learn to moderate your diet. With all the exercise you put in, all the effort you put in, you learn to enjoy all those nasty tasting foods, which actually become delicious once your appetite improves. So this time we have a few more myths that our guests are going to ask, our participants are going to ask of Ambyr. Ambyr and I are going to try and answer them. Who would like to start? How about you, Heloisa?
Yes. Do I have to be slender and flexible to do yoga?
Ambyr would
Do you
start.
want me to answer?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, slender, definitely no. I actually teach a class specifically for people over 200 pounds, which none of us are here, but the class is called Yoga for Abundant Bodies, and I think that having a class like that that's actually offered in New York City is really a wonderful way to just kind of put it out there that yoga is kind of not just for slender people. Also, when I started doing yoga, I was about, my highest weight was almost 300 pounds. So I've been able to kind of lose some weight, and not just with yoga, but doing other things too, just kind of healthy lifestyle, going to the gym, and eating healthy, things like that. But I think that so slender is definitely out. I can speak from experience. And flexible, I think that if you start with a class that's kind of based in beginners or based for the first level of wherever your specific studio is or what they're offering, that they're going to kind of accommodate certain poses, or they're going to teach you poses that are going to help you get more flexible. Of course, certain things are hard to do if you're not flexible, even like downward facing dog, which is a classic pose that you'll do in almost every class. And it's hard if you're not really flexible, but
It's not impossible.
Right, and you can always just do what you can. You don't have to do every single pose in a class.
That's the wonderful thing, to add to what Ambyr just said. That's a great thing about yoga. You don't have to be flexible in body. I think what you need to do is be flexible in mind, keep an open mind, be forgiving of yourself, and don't be too hard on yourself. I mean, I know I used to really punish myself if I didn't get into a posture, and I realized I started pretty late. So it's going to have an impact on our stretches. So it's fine. You don't have to start off being flexible, but you do want that to be your target. Eventually you want to get there. Keep a flexible, open mind, and I think you'll be fine. How
Thank
about
you.
Yeah.
Amy?
Yoga is not an intense workout.
You don't think so, huh?
No.
Amber, I'm going to let you fight for that.
Well, again, I would say that it depends on what class you go to. There's many different styles of yoga, which actually a lot of people don't know that. People just think yoga is what they see in a magazine, or some people think it's just sitting and
Lotus
meditating,
posture.
and some people think that it is a workout and not a spiritual practice or whatever. So I think it would depend on if you were kind of seeking that also, like as part of your practice, that you wanted it to be a little bit more intense or more vigorous, then I would seek a power yoga studio or a vinyasa.
Vinyasa is a flowing style.
Yeah, very
Don't get a
dance-like,
chance to breathe.
flowy. I would seek that, or a more vigorous style, which there are many. So do your research, decide what kind of style you might want to get into, and I guess go
Again,
from there.
I'd love to add a little something to what Amber just said. I actually, when I first started doing workshops, I actually helped one of my friends practice just the sun salutation. As Amber and any of you who practice know, sun salutation literally can be done in 60 seconds, one circuit. And she said the same thing as Amy just mentioned. She said, it's not enough of a workout. I said, do the sun salutation with me. And at the end of the 60 seconds, she was actually breathing hard, and she said, I can feel a sweat. She wasn't sweating on the outside, and I can explain that. In yoga, correct me Amber if I'm wrong, in yoga we tend to stretch the tendons, not the muscles. We stretch from the inside. The tendon is the cartilage between the muscle and the bone. We stretch from the inside, which is why Douglas last time used the word delicious. That's how it feels. It feels delicious to stretch from the inside, and you're releasing something called endorphins, so you feel great. And yes, at the end of even a 10-minute workout, you do start sweating on the inside. Think of endorphins as a kind of internal sweat. And when you start going to power yoga or hot yoga classes, yes, you're sweating on the outside.
You really sweat.
And then you lose all that body water. So yes, maybe you do lose weight, but you don't want to lose weight that way. You want to lose weight if your body needs to lose weight, correct?
Sure.
We are going to choose, before we go on to the other two myths, we're going to choose one of your favorite postures. I'm going to have Margery here identify her favorite posture from this postcard. It's a set of 48 stretches, simple stretches. It's called 48 plus. Margery, if you would like to pick your favorite posture, Amber, she's a very seasoned teacher. She will help you get into the posture. And if you don't mind, would you come in the center and demonstrate it for us?
Okay. I don't know that it's so much a favorite one, but one that I'd like to learn how to do
Absolutely.
correctly.
Well, we have a teacher right
number
here.
4. Does that have a name?
Yeah,
Yes, it does.
It's triangle pose.
Trikonasana.
Trikonasana.
Yes,
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. So
Cameras are focusing now on Margery, and Amber's going to teach it to us.
great. So Margery, I'm gonna have you start with the right foot. We'll do both sides, the right side and the left
Yeah,
side.
please, get on
So
the mat in
you
the
can
center.
put your right foot close to the front right corner of the mat,
Okay.
up here. And you can bring your right toes facing over here, facing this way. Perfect. And then just go ahead and take your left foot and step it back another 2 or 3 feet. Great. All right. Good. So see if you can bring the right toe straight forward. Perfect. And then bend the right knee a little bit just so you feel balanced and comfortable. And then just kind of heel toe, slide that left foot back. Just heel toe, slide a little bit more, a little bit more. Do you want to take your socks off? You can. No problem.
Yeah, feel free. Just take it off.
I'd rather have you be comfortable.
We also have the ergonomic mat, so it's got jute on one side.
Oh, cool.
So it's slipping.
Okay.
Great.
They've got 3.
So
All right,
this
so
one this way.
you got it. Right toes forward, the left leg
Cameras,
back.
are you getting Margery and Amber?
Go ahead and
Good, they're both very tall, so I want to make sure you don't cut off their
Okay.
heads.
slide the left foot back a little bit more, Margery. Perfect. Okay, now bring your arms out. Great. And then see if you can get your wrist right on top of your ankles. So that looks perfect. And then check out the back one. Is your wrist, and you could slide that left foot back a little bit so you got it.
She's really tall. so
That's
I think
perfect. So you use your own body alignment to find the alignment for the pose. There's no magic answer of everybody's triangle pose should be 2 feet apart or whatever. That's
Okay.
perfect. Now see if you can tuck the back toes in just a little bit.
Tuck it
Tuck
in.
the back toes in.
So
towards
put the brakes on. Get your big
put
toe
your-
in.
Yeah,
That's it.
perfect. You got
Oh.
it. Now take a moment, take a nice deep breath. Good. And when you feel ready, as you inhale, reach your right arm forward. And as you exhale, just put your right hand on top of your shin. Perfect.
Nice.
And bring the left arm up. Beautiful.
Can you feel the stretch in your left hamstring?
She should feel
On my
it.
left
She
hamstring.
should feel it in the right.
In the right
in the right
hamstring?
hamstring,
Well,
right
there you go.
inner thigh.
Yeah, I feel the stretch here.
Inner
Great.
thigh, very good. And then see if you can just relax your neck. You can either look up at the left hand, which is the traditional way to teach it, or you can look straight forward over there. Just so you keep the neck relaxed. Just look straight ahead. Perfect. Now take a moment, breathe deeply.
Very nice,
And
Margery.
if you feel comfortable, slide this hand up a little closer to your knee. Yep. And see if you can just work on bringing your torso back towards me. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Very
So my
nice.
teacher always used to say, imagine you could fit yourself in a box, which she looks like nice and straight here. Her spine is nice and straight. And even though she's wavering a little bit, this is actually very good to not be perfectly still in this pose because her inner thighs are working to help stabilize her centers. It's helping her to build strength in her core. And if this arm gets tired, she can just place the top of the left hand on her lower back. Just bend your left elbow. Yeah, and just open the chest a little bit. Good, take a deep breath
Lovely.
there.
Don't forget to do the other side.
Good, beautiful. So let's come up and we'll do the other side. So gently come up, beautiful. Bring your arms out and then just go ahead and tuck your left, bring your left toes pointed towards Banu, back there. So just bring the left toes back.
Yeah, and
My left toe's back.
Yep, straight forward.
Oh, we're
Sorry.
gonna do it. Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
we'll just
Okay.
pivot. We'll save some time. And you can take the back toes and tuck them in a little bit. So yeah, put the brakes on.
Nice.
Slide your heel back a tiny bit of the right foot. Gorgeous. Now again, check your wrists are right on top of the ankles. Good. And when you feel ready, big inhale to reach forward. And then exhale the left hand on top of the left shin as far as you feel comfortable. The right arm comes up. Beautiful. And again, you don't have to look up, but if you can gaze up at the right hand.
nice.
Good. And just breathe deeply. Let your shoulders relax. You should feel the left inner thigh, left hamstring stretching and building strength in the right leg. So the more you press the right foot down, the more you're going to feel the glutes working, quadriceps, the calf muscles. Nice
Now
and
you can
strong.
feel it in your left leg. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, again, if you want to take this hand onto your lower back and release your shoulder, big inhale. Good, and slowly come up. Go ahead and bring your arms out to the
Inhale.
sides. Good. And then, yeah, walk your feet in. Great. Very good.
Great job.
Nice work.
Thank you.
That was really lovely. And then I noticed you taught it so well that towards the end she learned to wiggle her feet without you telling her.
Yeah,
she knew when to come up. That was lovely.
That's great.
Thank you. We are going to have one more demo before we go into 2 more myths. Judy, would you like to do the next demo? What's your favorite posture? Give us the number, we'll give you the name.
Number 24.
24. I'll give the Sanskrit one. Amber's going to give you the English one.
So
she can
it's
do
a
the Sanskrit too.
Seated spinal twist.
Okay. And Ardha Matsyendra. In Sanskrit, that means literally Lord of the Fishes, but seated spinal twist is
Yeah.
the English name.
Great.
Okay, Judy, please,
Okay.
center stage, my dear.
So Judy, I'm going to bring your block with you,
Okay.
and you can come up to the mat and just have a seat here with your legs facing there.
Straight out.
Yeah, you got it. So I'm going to kind of steal your spot. So you have a seat there, and then just bring your left leg straight. Flex your left foot, so bring the toes towards you. Beautiful. Now take the right foot and place it outside of the left shin. Great. Hug your right knee kind of close to your chest. So see if you, beautiful. Now keep flexing the left foot and see if you can lift your spine up nice and tall. Gorgeous. From there, take the right hand and place it behind your back, kind of close to your lower back. Yeah, and see if you can put it on the floor. See if it's
Would you like another block?
comfortable on the floor. That's good. She's okay, I think. And when you feel ready, you're going to bring the left arm up, inhale. And then as you exhale, hook that left elbow outside of the right knee. Give it a try.
Help it with your right hand. That's okay. And then
That's
bring your
good.
right hand back. Oh, she got it.
Great.
Fantastic.
Beautiful. Now bring this up and see if you can just very gently twist your torso towards your right side. So what I like to do is as you inhale, you lift the spine tall, And then as I exhale, draw the belly a little bit in so you can twist your torso towards the right. Good. So we'll do this with your breath. Inhale, lift up tall. Good. Exhale, twist a little bit. Draw the belly in. Kind of press your elbow against the knee. Good. Let's do it one
Don't
more
forget
time.
to
So you
breathe,
can
Judy.
really press the elbow. Good. Big inhale.
You look
Exhale,
good.
twist. Good. Now, big inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and release and twist to the left side now. So just release your back and do just a little mini twist. And you can let the hands relax. Just a tiny little twist all the way to the left towards me. Yeah, just for a second. Release your back.
Then you want to
Great.
change legs.
And then you can come back to center. Shake out your legs in front. Very good. And yeah, go ahead and do the other side. So place the left foot over the right leg, flex the right toes. So this is going to help keep the right leg strong. Good. When you feel ready, you can bring the left hand behind your back. Press the left hand down. Inhale the right arm up. Big inhale. Exhale, hook your elbow outside of your knee. Good. And just gently twist towards your left. So again, with your breath, inhale, lift your spine. Exhale, twist a little bit. Good. Let's do two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist a little bit. Good. Last time like that. Make sure you breathe. Big inhale. Exhale, twist. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Good. Now inhale. And as you exhale, just go ahead and release and do a little mini twist to the right side. So all the way around towards the right. Release your back. Nice. And then come back to center and just shake out your legs a little bit. Do you have any questions?
No, I felt very good.
Yeah?
Thank
Felt
you,
very
Judy.
good.
That
Very
was
good.
lovely.
Great.
That was lovely.
That pose is excellent to help with digestion because it massages your belly. So when you pull the belly in, when you twist, it helps to kind of stimulate metabolism and, kind of move things around in the body.
Yeah, massage your
Thank you.
Great
Very
explanation too, Amber. So you're basically wringing our bodies, right?
Yeah.
You're turning
Give it a little
sideways.
squeeze.
I like to do that a few more times every day in addition to my practice so I can get my waistline down. Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Do some twists.
Yeah. Judy and Margery did the demo, but now you can also come up with any of the myths that you've heard. Amber and I are here to help you out. Actually, Amber's going to give you a better explanation than I am, but I'm going to just chip in a little bit. Margery, are there any other myths that are floating around? We want to clear all those cobwebs in people's minds.
That you must be a vegetarian in order to do yoga.
Does that bother you?
Well, I'm not a vegetarian.
Okay, Amber, on to you. What do you think? Do you have to be a
Yeah,
vegetarian?
Okay, now I'm part of the cliche. I am a vegetarian, but the answer is you absolutely do not have to be a vegetarian. Certain yoga schools might teach that, and certain yoga schools and studios might not. My teacher at least always taught me that it's a very personal thing and that yoga just kind of helps you become more sensitive with your body. And even he ate meat once in a while. He just said, I'm going to eat it when my body's asking for it. Just like you would do with any food. You kind of eat when you're hungry, so to speak. So I think you definitely don't have to be vegetarian, and I was vegetarian long before I started doing yoga, so
It was a little easier
Yeah.
if you're born vegetarian. But to add to what Amber just said too, just being aware of the difference. If you are a meat eater, for example, Margery, and you don't eat meat for about a week and you practice yoga, you will find there is a difference in your stretching ability simply because meat has protein fiber, which toughens you. That's why people, when they go to the gym, they ask you to eat a lot of protein, a lot of meat. So that toughens your fiber. So I think when you eat less meat, especially red meats, you probably feel a little more flexible. So you will feel the difference. That doesn't mean you have to become a vegetarian because it's all up here. So if you're determined enough, you can be as flexible as you want. You don't have to be. And it's much harder if someone's already eating meat to give up eating meat. For someone who was born vegetarian, giving up meat, and I did eat meat for a while, giving it up was not too hard because I was born vegetarian. But it's much harder for you. So just be aware of the difference. But
Now what about fish?
I believe fish doesn't, it goes in this way, it grades, and correct me again, it goes in a gradient. White meat is considered less resistant than red meat. So, and red meat also, what the research that I've been doing, it says red meat also may cause aggression. I don't want any doctors coming after me saying, what are you doing, or any of the meat producers coming after us, but the more red meat you eat, the more aggressive approach becomes that you might find a few people who have never eaten meat in their lives and might think, God, that's a very wimpy looking person. But they're not wimpy. They're more controlled. So red meat may make you a little more aggressive. Now we have about 5 minutes left to do our talking, so we are going to have Judy. There's one more
Yes, the chanting.
myth.
The chanting.
Chanting.
It
This-
sounds beautiful, but it does sound a bit foreign, almost spooky. What's behind the
Spooky,
chanting?
Amber.
Well, some people teach chanting in their classes and some people don't. And the people who do choose to teach it in their classes teach it as a form of just getting your mind to kind of calm down. So I don't want to bring it to religion or anything, but just as an example, Catholic people pray the rosary, right? And they might have an intention in their mind of maybe praying for someone who's sick, but they're saying Hail Mary, all on the beads. So some people kind of teach chanting sometimes with beads and sometimes without, just in a class as part of a class, but it's almost as a way to kind of calm the mind or to kind of train your mind on how to focus. And of course, if you go to a class and they're doing it, you don't have to do it. Nobody's going to care if you do it or not. And I think you can, again, choose a studio that's doing doing what you're interested in. But if you're interested in learning about it,
There are classes.
yeah, lots of classes, great teachers who can give you all kinds of, feedback on what would be like appropriate for you. And yeah, some of it is so beautiful.
It's beautiful, but you don't know what you're saying. It might be.
Well, that's true. Because
yeah.
if you think of chanting as just repetitive sounds have a tendency to still the mind.
Right.
When somebody, when you're really agitated and someone's bothering you and say, no, I'm not going to listen to you. When you're a little kid, they used to la 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 la. Think of it that way. It's a repetitive sound, so it helps soothe the mind. Of course, in chanting, you're not going to go hyper, but you're going to have the sounds repeating, and that vibration helps still the mind. That's why we chant. But if you can chant, you don't have to chant Om. You can chant Our Father who art in heaven if you want, but have that kind of a rhythm. Once you get the rhythm, it helps calm the mind. It takes the negative debris out of our minds. We are going to have 2 more demos. Heloisa, I'm going to have you come up, pick your favorite posture, and Amber is going to help you get into that posture and out of it too. It looks like she's
really important.
She's going to pick a difficult one, but you're not going to do the intro to it.
No problem.
I think I like the 36. I don't know the name.
Okay, the 36 is Bhujangasana.
Or Cobra.
Cobra, wow.
All right, very good. Well, then I'm going to have you starting down, lying on your belly, please. I'm going to take your mat. So you can just go ahead and lie down on your stomach. And then you can just take a moment and let yourself relax there. Let your lower back relax. Yeah, maybe shimmy out your hips a little bit.
2 minutes.
And bring your tops of the feet pressing down. Take your hands flat. And as you inhale, work on straightening your elbows just a little bit. Yeah, just lift the elbows off the mat. Just lift them up a little bit. So see if you can take your elbows up. Very good. And then roll your shoulders back. Good. Now see how you feel there. If your lower back feels okay, you can walk your hands back a little closer to you. But again, just check in with your back. See if you can really relax your shoulders. Good. And just breathe there. So you can stay here as long as you like. Maybe lifting your chest a little bit, straightening the elbows a little bit. Good, inhale. And as you exhale, come down and rest. And slowly come back into child's pose. Release your back.
Great.
And just relax.
Amy,
Very
if
good.
you have a specific posture too, you want to choose it, and we're going to have you on camera in the middle.
Thank you.
Heloisa, that was beautiful, very graceful.
Nice work.
And, I'm going to have you come to Amy's mat. You're going to help her.
Okay.
Amy, what posture are you looking at? We have 30 seconds. Number 11.
Tree pose.
Tree pose. But,
All right.
tree pose of Vrikshasana.
Very good. So
Very
stand
brave.
on your
All
right
of
foot,
it.
and then take your left foot and place it against your right ankle. Now, see if you can stay balanced there. If you can stay balanced and you want to go further, then pick up your left foot with your left hand. And try to bring it up close to your back. Now, you can hold on to me if you need a little help.
Should I
Nice.
be okay to put my foot on my knee?
Good question. See if you can put it above or below the knee, not right on the knee. And you can hold on to me and eventually just go ahead and bring your arms out. And see if you can look at the floor and find one spot that doesn't move.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good spot too.
Yeah.
Below the knee. Yep.
Great. Gorgeous. Yeah, bring your arms out. Very good. Good.
See, you did it, Em. I told you.
Excellent.
Great teacher. Thank you.
Thank you. Sure. Now
Thank
take
you
it.
to everybody for
Very
joining us. Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. We're going to demystify myths, highlight facts, and monitor trends in yoga. We're all going to get into our favorite postures. Feel free to stretch. You've all learned a new posture, so welcome to get into it. Judy, I can see you from the side of my eye. Why aren't you in your favorite posture, my dear?
I am.
Oh, you are? Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. Don't forget to do the other side. You're looking so relaxed. I didn't believe you
Oh
did
my
that.
goodness.
Nice.
I'm gonna do a headstand.
Amber, I love your headstand. She's one of the best headstand teachers I've seen. She made me get into headstand. Can you believe that? Margery, get back in your posture. Yeah, I know. It's fascinating. Look at her. She's so confident.
That's amazing.
So steady. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just look at
And
her.
your posture is very nice too.
Mine is okay, but I'm terrified of headstands. That's why I
Yeah.
pretend like this is my headstand, but my shoulder's helping me. Welcome to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. We try to demystify yoga myths, highlight yoga facts, and monitor yoga trends with the help of my friends here from my left, Margery, Amy, our special guest Amber. I'm Banu Suresh. To my right is Heloisa and Judy in the yellow t-shirt. We have these 5 lovely people helping me help you understand and clear all those cobwebs about yoga. We are going to go into a few more myths as a continuation of our last program. Who would like to go with the first myth for this episode? Judy, are you ready?
Yes. You know, yoga seems to have an appearance of a cult-like. Can you speak to something about that?
Amber, what do you think? Is it a cult?
Well, I think my mother used to think that it was like a cult. But